This is the BMW drive shaft, and that's the coupler that will couple onto the motor. And when you weld, big problem with welding any of this stuff is that as you weld it, pulls it out of center. So I machined this shaft so it just fit inside here, but as soon as I welded it, it pulled it out. Now I just welded, on all little corners all the way around, and it was like 30, 40 out by the time I got my 4 little tacks on there. So then after that, now what happens is wherever you're welding, at the spot that you're welding, that's going to shrink a little bit. So you put the dial indicator on and you go around and find the one spot that needs to be shrunk. And see, I got my little lines on there so I could keep track of how much it moves from each time, each heating. And every time you heat it, you see how much you've made it better. And you want to be careful you don't heat it up too much or you'll go too far. So lots of, if someone is going to do this, and I know a lot of the professional welders out there are saying, what kind of weld is that? But I put a lot of weld on here because I was adjusting it as I went. After I got it kind of close, I then went all the way around, welded it, and then I went back to trying to get it lined up right so that it would spin right. And I was actually on this gauge 30 out, which comes to 15. But if you look now, I don't think we're out a thousandth of an inch. I'm going to turn it on, and we see we got that's not even a thousandth of an inch. So just by doing it over and over, and of course, once you figure a way to make something better, you keep on until you get it as close as possible. But at the same time, I don't want to mess around with this anymore because if I do, I'm liable to throw it out of center. And it's centered up so nice right now. I'd like to go back over some of this weld, but it's welded all the way in there. Most of this stuff that I put on the outside was just to heat it up enough to move it. I did grind a little off there because I was putting so much on there, and then I just went and got the torch and did it with the torch. So there's a technique for screwing up stuff, because when you weld anything, it moves it, and it doesn't take much to move it a little bit. As I was heating this and pulling it back, each time I did it, it came back about 5 thousandths of an inch.